I gotta go see Dynamics on TV. For the youth, man. Stay tuned.
Talking about sex can be awkward, but curiosity is natural, especially from adolescents. Sex education is an instruction on issues relating to human sexuality, including emotional relations and responsibilities, human sexual anatomy, sexual activity, safe sex, birth control, and sexual abstinence.
You just need to let the children know the implication of sex and what comes out of sex.
I think it should be from the background of the home. Parents should be the first teacher to teach the children how to play in terms of wearing their pants from the genesis, how they dress.
The way of exposure is much. That's why we need sex education. It's very, very important.
In our environment, we are not really enlightened about it. Even in the institutions, from the credo, the education system in the school, as at the time we were growing up, there was no scheme for that. Just is recently that people are beginning to get aware of it. But back in the families at homes, these are the standing points where parents need to start sensitizing their children about these natural phenomena.
An open communication between parents and their kids about sex is very important.
As for me, growing up, I wasn't educated sexually, but it wasn't like I was involved in sexual or something, or one way or the other. My parents didn't teach me about sex. But I think it's very important and expedient that parents should educate their kids sexually.
It's good for parents to teach children from 2 years old, to teach them about sex education.
I said it's good to teach children about sex education at least from 9. Please, both the male and female.
It's good to encourage children and teach children how to move with guys so that they won't move with the wrong person.
If open communication is normal, kids are more likely to speak with parents about all other trials of adolescence, relationships, as well as sexual issues without learning from the media or peers.
When I was young, my parents taught me on how to take care of myself, how to avoid men touching me in sensitive areas. It's good to teach children sex education at home because it helps a lot, so that when they go out, they'll be conscious of their body. And also when they're being touched by different men, they can report to their parents.
Let them know each part of the body. Let them know that the bum is not like my children. They call their bum pampers, which is wrong. You should let them know what it is meant for. You should let them know that no man should touch their private part, even including their daddy. So it is very, very good.
Children need to know all about it, as much as they should know, depending on their level. There is need for them to know. One thing about children is that they are the learning stage of their life. If we don't teach them, they would learn from somewhere else. That is why it is very necessary for parents to teach children on sex education. More so, we know that these days, so much evil is out there. If they don't know their left from their right, it is possible that someone is going to mislead them. And nobody wants his or her child to be molested. So it is better they know what is right at every point in time. Concerning sex education, it is very, very necessary that children are taught, most especially by their parents.
Some say the more children are exposed to sexual images in the media, the more likely it is they engage in sexual behaviors at a younger age.
You see in this new generation, jet computer age, teenagers go on the internet to learn about these things. They indulge into pornographies and other expository magazines to learn about sex, and as such, due to peer pressure and what their hormones, the way their hormones drive them, they try to practicalize these things and then make errors.
Our children nowadays, they are now emulate foreign people, because what is happening nowadays is not like that in the early stage. This time around, they used to being because of all those movies, the way they're exposed to the internet, the way of exposure is much. That's why we need sex education. It's very, very important.
If we don't have the better education at home, we will be enlightened negatively.
Viewers are of the opinion that parents should be a child's first source of information about sex.
It's good for them to know part of the body. At least in school, they will teach them integrated science, growing up, all those things they will learn. So I think it's good. Parents should start from the home before they learn from school.
Sex education is very good in the home because when I was young, my parents taught me on how to take care of myself.
You should know that having open communications with children about sex and other matters is healthy and safer in the long run.
Early enough, as early as 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, they should be aware about sex.
However, sex education does not lead to promiscuity. Children who receive sex education at home are actually less likely to engage in risky sexual activities. So turn off the television and get talking.
My mom did a wonderful work about sex education. Right from my childhood, she taught me what I should do and how to move with the opposite sex. But I think our parents should do the best job.